Hello viewers, welcome you all to the first video of this series, Formula Friday. So going forward, we'll be learning one formula every week, and later on we will apply those formulas in our other examples as well. So please stay connected and give your support for this new series. The formula that we have chosen for today's video is the simplest formula, sum function, which most of you might be aware. So you might be wondering what is that to explain in this formula for next 5 minutes. But the reason why I have chosen this formula is most of you might be aware of this formula. That's not my intention, but I am going to teach you about basics of table with the help of this formula. So I am going to reduce the complexity on the formula side today, and I am going to add bit more logics on the table creation. The reason why I have chosen this option is tables are going to be a very important feature for future videos, and most of my future videos will be on top of tables, and table enables you much more things in the Excel world. So it's really mandatory to know about tables. So let's start with the formula. So I have my scorecard in front of me. That's my dream team, and we have 3 match scorecards. So I need to find the match total. So I apply. There is a shortcut as well to find this total. If you enter alt plus equal to, that gives you the some value, but that won't be accurate at times. At times it picks the columns, and then at times it picks the rows as well. So that's why I don't prefer going with the shortcut if you need to add a series of columns, right? So here we got the total values. Now here we have summed up the values with the absolute reference, that is B2 to B12. So we have mentioned the absolute reference or absolute address of each cell. Now let's get rid of this option, and now let's go to the table option. So I'm going to select the scorecard, and I'm going to press Ctrl T. So T for Tango. If you look into this option, so we got a pop-up for create table, and it says my gives the range, that's right, and then there is a checkbox, my table has headers. Here I have headers for my table. Yes, I have my player name, match 1 and match 2. So these are the headers for my table. So I must have it checked, and then let's click OK. So when I click OK, I'm able to see there is some visual transformation on top of the range, which means that it got converted into a table. So whenever you create a table, the first thing which you have to do is just go to the top, and you must be able to see a new option called table design. Just go there and then give a proper name to that table. So in this case, I am going to give my table a name as scorecard. Right, so scorecard is going to be my table name, and this table name is actually globally visible. So I'll be explaining what it means in the later videos. Now let's see how to rewrite this formula. So here I have my sum formula. Let's go here, and instead of giving the absolute reference, I'm going to give the table name. I'm going to mention the table name equal to sum of scorecard. I think something is not working. Let me check that again. Something went. Okay, so here I have my table design. It's still named as table. Okay, scorecard. Let me press enter as well. Okay, right, so let's rewrite this formula. Let's see how it works. Go to sum of scorecard. So that's my table name, and then select the column name as well here. So whenever you refer to a table, you must, so here you must be able to see the formula scorecard, that's the table name, and match one, that's the column name. Whenever you refer to a table, you must use square bracket, so keep that in mind. So that's the syntax. Now let me rewrite the second formula as well. That's the first formula, and then let me write table name, square bracket, and then column name. When you write this way, when you write your formula this way, actually that gives much more meaning to your formula. So anyone who looks into formula will be able to understand that okay, you are summing up the scores in match 3 as part of this formula, right? So we got exactly the same results. And how beneficial this tables are. So whenever you have so in the formula, if you look into the formula, we have just mentioned the table name and the column name. So Excel is clever enough to identify the starting address and the ending address of the table, and it is clever enough to sum up all the values. And also it gives you the dynamic nature. Okay, something went wrong. Okay, it gives completely dynamic nature to your formulas. For example, here you must be able to see a marker at the end of D12, which indicates the end of my table. Now let's add one more 12th man as well. So assume my 12th man also played on that day. 2, 4, 6. Now you must be able to see the marker automatically got moved to D13. So the n has been shifted, and Excel has automatically deducted this boundary expansion. So understand, this table feature is mainly useful where you assume that your data might be growing over the time. So we have a record in our, we have a sheet in our project which is expected to grow at least a range of 100 rows per day, and now I think it's going beyond 5,000 or 6,000. It keeps growing, and I don't bother much about that because I used to apply formulas in one starting cell, and then it gets automatically copied to till end of the table. So that's main benefit of table, and going forward we'll be using more tables in all our videos. So stay tuned, and please provide your feedback to our videos. That will be encouraging us, and thanks for all the support till now. So I keep hearing more positive messages on this channel. So please keep supporting us, subscribe to the channel. Meet you all in the next video. Thank you so much.